Okay.
Okay. Good morning, children. Good morning, students. Good morning, children and classmates. This is the activity for Advanced English 1. We are the group number 13, and we decided to have this group conversation in order to discuss about the questions that we have in the final exam. The idea of this activity is that each one of the group will read their questions, and we will answer, and we discuss, and we express what we think about all of that kind of statements. The first is Liliana Hernandez. Good morning, Liliana Hernandez.
Good morning, Andres.
Good morning. Good morning, Milena. How are you today?
Good morning, Andres. I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
Super, thanks a lot. And what about Paula Betancourt? Good morning.
Good morning. I'm fine, thanks.
Good morning. Okay, let's start. Liliana, could you help us reading the first question, please?
Okay. Well, number 1, why do you think surveillance takes place among children and seniors nowadays? I think the incidence of technologies and your Facebook have led to events that occur in social networks, where we see new behavioral psychological features to grab audience or classmates, often being impersonable of outcomes with personal and family context and your face in the happens due the lack of values, solidarity, respect for different social classes, etc.
You are talking about technology, about values, different kind of stuff. What do you think, Milena, about it? What do you think the cyberbullying is increasing and taking place nowadays with teenagers and children too?
Okay, I think it's a lot of education, because in most of the school, the teachers educate about how to use the internet and devices, but it's no education about the risks and how say our classmate Liliana, there is no values about respect with other people. I think the kids and teenagers are who must use these spaces, and they don't have care about why they posted that. In many cases, they posted lies in order to get attention, because they don't have attention from their parents at home. But sometimes the attention that get in these social networks is a huge problem, because the information can used by the wrong people. And other fact is when they are suffer bullying in a social network, it's so difficult to discover sometimes who is the person who attacked them.
Yeah, you're talking about something really important, who is the technology and how we are using it, and students are using it in the classroom. It's very important to highlight what is the role of teachers in the school, learning students how to manage those kinds of tools that they have in the classroom. But I would like to listen Paula Betancourt. Paula, what do you think about cyberbullying is taking place in teenagers and children too?
I think that the internet and technology has breakthrough and has become the best means of communication. And so when it reaches the hands of minors, the use of cell and its various applications increase. And this allows assault, threats, ridicule, blackmail, or harassment to disseminate on mobile-to-mobile internet via SMS and WhatsApp, using all kinds of photographs, videos, cartoons, obscene drawings with the sense of a sexual nature, etc. All these, I think that represents an expression of violence, and that's it.
Okay, that's very important. I'm going to summarize everything that we have, and I will give my point of view. All of the groups, it's agree on the conception that cyberbullying is increasing because of technology, right? Yes or not?
Yes. Yes, not only
Yes.
Yes,
about
because of technology,
yes,
right?
about the technology
Not
and
only,
the
but
use.
mainly.
Not
Yeah,
only the
I
technology,
use,
but
and
the
they use of it.
use. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I would comment that the bullying has existed for many years because I think when our parents were at school, they suffered bullying too. But it was not
Yes.
too important. It was not too big, the kind of bullying that they were exposed when they were kids. But nowadays it's kind of dangerous because we have students that could suicide if they don't feel
Yes.
comfortable in the classroom, they don't feel comfortable with the classmates. So nowadays the bullying is more aggressive. And now we took a new terminology who is called cyberbullying. I mean, students have another kind of bullying who is more aggressive than the normal one in the classroom. Okay, let's go to the question number 2. Milena, could you help us reading the question number 2?
Okay. Question number 2. As a teacher, what would you do to prevent cyberbullying among your students? My answer, I consider this problem is the result of lack of education about the correct use of the internet and the social networks. Nowadays, the education about the ICT must go beyond how to use the devices and the programs. It must include the risk to abuse of its use, the danger of belief in what is posted there. As a teacher, we know our students and their behavior because we share a long time with them. For us, it's easy to identify any change, but the intention for me is not solving the problem after it started. The intention is preventing the problem. We can dedicate a time for our class, even an hour per day, to talk with the students about something different the topic of the class in order to know something more about them and so identify any problem which can be happening.
Okay, good. Paula, could you read your answer, please?
Yes, my answer is develop a teaching strategy to discuss the issue of bullying or cyberbullying with the students and parents, develop rules of conduct and penalties to apply if necessary, develop social attitudes of coexistence based on respect for the rights and obligations, exploring the values of mutual respect, empathy, social responsibility, and non-violence.
Okay, nice. Okay, about me, I think the most important part that we have to do as a teacher, doesn't matter if we are working in private schools or public school, is to teach the hidden curriculum. Because, you know, as an English teacher or as a social study or whatever subject we are teaching, we have to go beyond of the academic stuff. Most of the time we are just focusing to teach structures, teach how to form the verb to be, how to read and write in English. But more than teach those kind of topics, we have to teach students how to behave, how to be educated, how to live the values that we are looking for have in this new society. So I think the teacher has an important responsibility guiding the students in order to prevent the cyberbullying, to respect the other, to be a real human being. what I focused my answer. What about you, Lilian Hernandez?
I think as a teacher will implement activities to improve relation among students. We really know each other better. With real example, explaining the importance of values as respect, solidarity, and the right to both seeker and social community different. I think.
Good. Okay, so we are agree, and we have as a teachers to educate students to give values. Can help me everyone here tell me what kind of things we are agreed to?
Also, educate the parents or
educate the parents too, just not only students. What else?
Well, I consider a penalty or punish is not the solution, because with a penalty you can control maybe a one bully, but what happened with the student who is suffered the attack? I think the best solution This is not a good solution. The solution is the education and talk with the students and with the parents too, because they are part of the problem and the solution.
Yeah, sure. I'm totally you. Okay, let's go to the question number 3. Paula, can you help us?
Yes, as a teacher, what will you do if you find out one of your students is being bullied online? And what will you do if one of your students is a bully online? My answer is,
okay.
My answer is, if I find one of my students is being bullied online, I will speak with the student and ask questions about what is happening in a quiet place, and make known the directives of the school and inform parents, and establish a process to address and stop cyberbullying. And if I find out one of my students is a bully online, I will inform to parents and directives of the school and find psychological help for a student. And that's it.
Okay, good. Okay, about me, what would I do? I had a case in the school where I work. I tried to figure it out. Trying to creating a mapping. Mapping is a strategy to make students to draw different. How are they seeing the realities? And they drawn a lot of things that gave me different ideas of what were happening in the classroom. So I think the first part that I did in this case is just to look for more information what were happening to the classroom. And then I generate actions or agreements in the group, because I really wanted to observe or monitoring what were happening in the classroom, because most of the time our students are just in silent and they don't express too much. In the third step that I did with my group, we create change actions. So we were working about videos about how affected bullying in students, real situation. It was really hard and touchable for all my students, because we work on the law 1620 who protect the students, and of course punish the persons who are bullying in the classroom. And finally, the person who is bullying, it's important to create a reflection process, and they have to repair. He had to do something to repair the action in the classroom. So it was really important, this part, because all of the process can help the students to reflect and repair at the same time. It was what I do. And what about Liliana Hernandez? What do you think about it?
I feel the need of my students This a victim of online arrest was called him Twitter, but the thing his team didn't know now that was bullying. No, incredible. Try to tell about the best way to understand and notice alone that this show and can stop only if the report on complaint on about the here teacher and school director, but mainly their parents. We help them analyze to what extent these effects in the student to solve more serious issues as psychological health.
Okay, good. And now the question number 4 that we have here is, what do you think some children and teenagers have committed suicide pressured by cyberbullying? Is there something that teachers and parents could have done to avoid these situations and prevent their deaths? In my answer, I focus that as a human being, we are looking to be accepted in each group that we have. If we are in the school, we want to be accepted by the group. If we are in our work job, so we are looking to be accepted. And I know how important it is for the students to be accepted in the first stage of days, that is the school, and where they don't have these kind of things, so they feel destroy themselves. They feel that their integrity is not good. They feel vulnerable. So I think when they decided to suicide, because they go really deeper into the problem, and they don't have, some of the times, as I told you before, they don't talk too much to the teacher, they don't talk too much to the parents. So as they feel alone, they decided to do it. It's like a way to respond to the social pressure, in this case the student, the other students, and classmate pressures. So, what do you think about Liliana Hernandez?
I think for children of parents take the decision to commit suicide is because it has a great emotional despair because of their lack to care of responsible adults. Another reason I think is much time alone and dedicated to social networks. But since technology needs to demonstrate to help of record what is happening that psychological themselves into a state of depression. By parents, I think, waiting to share more time with the dance, kids try their daily routines, control time social networking, check their friends, and by use the teacher the things in the mood of the student, online, stranger group, standards. I think that is the text change may so miss your intent.
And what about Milena?
Okay. I consider this happen because the children or teenagers don't have a real attention for their relatives, their parents, or the people who surround it. Unfortunately, nowadays adults are immersed in their job and in their own activities. For many parents, they consider to give a kids a house, the food, a clothes, or pay for the school. It's all what the kids need. I consider the lack of attention from the parents generates a sense of distrust, of fear in the children, and the moment to communicate. And so children are sure to express their feelings because they don't feel confidence in their parents on the adults. I consider the solution can be easy, dedicating quality time to the child in order to share with them, to know them, and in this way we can realize what is happening with them, not only at house, but also in the school.
Okay, so we are agreed about parents' responsibility, about students that they have to communicate, they have to spread what they are feeling, and how important is how aggressive is the pressure of students and society and all of that kind of stuff. I think we are right there. And now we have the 5 question. Liliana, could you help us reading the 5 question?
Okay. Number 5, do you know any strategies? That? Excuse me?
Yeah, do you know of any strategies or?
Okay. Number 5, do you know of any strategies of content anti-cyberbullying in the world, in Colombia and the institutions where do you work? Do you think they really work? What?
Why not? Yes.
Why not? Personal, I think the advertising content largely helps, but time the key of safe and more effective strategies in the make the aware students to report, not remain silent, solve this situation and can be stopping attempt.
Okay, Milena, what do you know about campaigns and cyberbullying in the world, movements, everything that is moving around this new word that appear for Colombian too?
Okay, the two. In the schools where I made some pedagogical activities, they don't have any strategies or campaigns anti-cyberbullying. The education is more focused on teach the students how to use a PC and the technological programs. I know some activities which are developed for the police in which they explain the risks to abuse of the use of social networks, but this activity they really don't have into account the cyberbullying. They are only dedicated to how to use the internet and no more.
Yeah, that's very common. We're in Colombia, they don't have a strong program on cyberbullying or something like this. What about you, Paula Betancourt? What do you think about it?
I think that there are many applications and TV commercials that have a strategy to prevent cyberbullying. I think that they work because help to students to solve these problems or situations and avoid them. And no more.
Yeah. I know that there are different movements around the cyberbullying and bullying itself, and the government has been working hard in order to protect their students because, as you know, in the news you can find that there are different cases of students that committed suicides because of the bullying. They are like worried about it, and they are trying to look for new strategies in order to give more responsibilities to the schools in this case. I know that this year is the last time that the community life coordinations have the obligation. They have to organize the law 1620 in order to create those kind of programs. This law define all the responsibilities to parents, teachers, and students in the process of have a penalty. I think in my school we have our own program which is called Cruzando Barreras. It is based on bullying and cyberbullying, how to protect students. It teaches the students how to respond, taking into account all of those kind of difficulties when they have in the classroom, what all the mechanisms they have to talk with parents, teachers, students, and all of these cases. I think that we have different steps in this field, but we have to improve as a school because we have the life of the future's human beings in our society. That's all. I think we answer all the 5 questions. We are agree most of them. We have some good ideas. I don't know if Milena and Paula will say something else about it. If you want to comment something important, or if we just finish this conversation. Okay, we have Liliana Hernandez here now. Liliana, we are just closing this session. I don't know. Okay. She's gone again. Okay, I don't know if Milena and Paula want to say conclusion or something to close this session, or if everything is okay.
Go ahead. It's okay.
Yes, it's okay. We are agreed the problem is about education and values, and the solution is to talk with the students and the parents and integrating them in the activities in order to prevent the cyberbullying.
And the most important is to generate, or as a teacher's leader, programs in the schools where are working to protect students, create programs to cyberbullying, to bullying. That's education is the best way to find a solution.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paula, do you want to say something, or it's okay?
No, it's okay.
Okay. So thank you, Milena, for the recording. You can stop the recording now, and I hope to see you then to deliver the final work.
Okay. Goodbye.